Brain fog after 50. Can't remember names? Lose your train of thought mid-sentence? Most doctors will test your thyroid, maybe your estrogen, or maybe just give you anti-anxiety medication. But here's what they are missing. Your brain runs on glucose. It's your brain's primary fuel source. And when your blood sugar crashes, which happens multiple times a day for most women over 50, your brain cells literally starve. In fact, scientists are now calling Alzheimer's disease type 3 diabetes because of how blood sugar destroys brain function over time. And it starts when we're younger, in our 40s. I'm Dr. Manon Fielding. I'm 71. I'm a holistic physician, and I spent 30 years helping women reclaim their health. And today I'm going to show you the blood sugar brain fog connection that your doctor isn't explaining. So let me ask you something. Do you experience any of these? Energy crash around 3 p.m. or irritable after you skip a meal? Maybe craving sweets after lunch. Wake up tired even after 8 hours of sleep. Brain fog that gets worse as the day goes on. If you checked any of these boxes, your blood sugar is on a roller coaster and your brain is paying the price. And here's what's happening. You eat breakfast, maybe it's toast or cereal or muffin, and then your blood sugar spikes. Your pancreas releases insulin to bring it back down, but here's the problem. It often overcorrects your blood sugar where it started. So when this happens, your brain doesn't have the fuel that it needs to function properly. You can't focus. You can't remember. You feel like you're thinking through molasses. Now let me show you the science behind this, because this is where it really gets important. Your hippocampus, that's your brain's memory center, is extremely sensitive to blood sugar fluctuations. Now, research shows that chronic blood sugar imbalances actually shrinks your hippocampus over time. Kind of scary. And here's what's really concerning. The same insulin resistance that causes type 2 diabetes also impairs your brain's ability to use glucose for energy. So even if you have glucose in your bloodstream, your brain cells can't access it. They're literally starving in the midst of plenty. The studies show that people with this insulin resistance have 50 to 65% higher risk of developing dementia. And women are at higher risk because of how menopause affects our insulin sensitivity. So here's the good news, and I want you to really hear this. This is reversible. Your brain can heal. Your insulin sensitivity can improve, but you have to know what to test for and what to do about it. So here's what frustrates me the most. Doctors will test your fasting blood sugar, and if it's under 100, they say, "You're fine, it's normal." But normal doesn't mean optimal, and your brain can still be affected. So this is what we need to really measure. The test your doctor should be running, but probably isn't, is called the hemoglobin A1C. And some people get this tested when there's suspicion, but on regular blood tests, they usually don't do this. This is your average blood sugar over the past several months. So your doctor will tell you that anything under 5.7 is normal. But research is showing that optimal brain function requires an HbA1c under 5.3. So this 5.3 optimal to 5.7 normal is actually a range that most of my women patients, their doctors tell them that they're fine, but they still don't feel well. Does this sound familiar? Okay, so now you know what's happening. Let's talk about what you can do about it. And I'm going to give you something that you can actually start doing tonight. Here's your protocol. At every meal, eat your protein first. I'm talking 30 grams of protein at least breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's 90 grams for your total day. Protein stabilizes your blood sugar. It slows down glucose absorption and it keeps you, so it gives your brain that steady fuel instead of that spike and crash roller coaster that we were looking at earlier. For the next 7 days, keep your total carbohydrates under 90 grams per day. And just for an example, 1 slice of bread equals 15 grams, a cup of pasta is 45, and medium apple is 25 grams. So I'm not saying zero carbs, I'm just saying strategic carbs. Focus more on your vegetables, fruit. Eliminate as much processed stuff as possible, the bread, the pasta, the rice, the sweets. Research shows that keeping carbs under 90 grams for 7 days and eating good protein and vegetables can reduce inflammation in your brain and improve insulin sensitivity and clear this brain fog. So stop eating by 8 or 9 p.m. tonight. Don't eat anything again until 8 or 9 tomorrow, and that's a 12-hour fasting window. That's a good intermittent fast. So this gives your body time to reset your insulin sensitivity and allows your blood sugar to stabilize. It triggers something called autophagy. That's your body's cellular cleanup system. Your brain uses time to repair and regenerate, like hitting the reset button. And finally, ask your doctor to test your HbA1c if you haven't had that done. If they push back, tell them you want to optimize your brain health. You're not just avoiding disease. So your target, 5.3 or below. That's where your brain really thrives. Okay, now here's what I want you to understand. Blood sugar is just one of 5 root causes of brain fog that your doctor isn't testing for. So blood sugar imbalance is what we're talking about today. There's also the hidden hormone imbalance. There's your sleep and brain detoxification. There's a silent inflammation that many women have and don't realize it. And there are nutrient deficiencies that have a profound effect on our brain health. And here's what's really important. These root causes don't just cause brain fog today. They're the exact same mechanisms that lead to dementia and Alzheimer's later on. So that means if we fix these now, that we're not just clearing the fog, we're protecting your brain for decades to come. That's huge. Your brain does not have to decline just because you're aging. It declines when it stops receiving the right input. So here's what I want you to do next. First, I created a free guide called Ageless Mind, How to Rewire Your Brain, Body, and Hormones. This guide is going to walk you through all 5 causes that we're covering in this series, plus some specific science-backed tools and solutions for each one that you can start using right away. The link is right below this video. Download it now. And finally, tell me in the comments, when did your brain fog start? Was it sudden or gradual? Have you had your HbA1c tested? What was your number? I read every single comment, and your story could really help another woman realize that she's not alone. In the next video, I'm going to reveal the root cause number 2, the hidden hormone that's surging in your body right now, 3 to 4 times higher than it should be, and it's directly linked to memory loss and dementia risk. Your doctor probably never mentioned it, and she's definitely not testing for it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.